this was actually planned for you all. So welcome all of our new members to Financial Fun Friday. I am your co-host, Darlene Jenkins, and my other co-host,
Dr. Rita B. Rowland.
Dr. Rita B. Rowland, and we are your Financial Fun Friday team. And of course, we are being brought to you by Affordable Benefit Solutions. Now, I know you see this, we have a special guest on here, and this is Madam President Karen Rainey of Federally Employed Women, or the FEW organization. So let's clap it up for our special guest today. And we're going
Thank you.
We're going to get more into her as well. So at Affordable Benefit Solutions, your financial fund team, we are always bringing you what's current and what's coming next in the financial services arena. So this is a webinar that we do on the first and third Friday of each month, and it's at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guess what? We're broadcasting simultaneously live on Facebook. Hey, all of my Facebook crew, what we like to do at this moment, because we have people that tune in from all across the country and all of the time zones, if you could just take a moment right now and check in and let us know where you are tuning in from, we would appreciate it. Rita, if you could check the Facebook page, I'm going to continue on. If you're here live on the broadcast, put in the chat where you're streaming us from right now. During the Financial Fun Friday broadcast, what we do is we pull back the curtains to give you an in-depth understanding of not only your employer benefits, but also best retirement preparation options. We give you financial strategies and tips to help you prepare for that day and all of those days that follow when you are ready to go and retire. So if you want to join us here live on the broadcast, where when you talk, we do talk back to you, register at ritabRowlandEvents.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. Go over there right now, like our page, follow us at Your AB Solutions. And if you want to see any of our prior broadcasts, you can look on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube page as well. So let's see, where do we have people checking in from, Rita?
We got Columbia, Maryland. We got Jefferson, Arkansas. We got Washington, D.C. We got Nashville, Tennessee. We got Temple Hills, Maryland. We got Fairview Heights, Illinois. We got them from all over. We got Philadelphia, Pikesville, Chesapeake, Virginia. Yo, Chesapeake. So we got to come from everywhere. Yes, I'm coming from Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
Yes, Rita, and I'm coming from Washington, D.C. So yes, we are in the house. Thank you all so much for joining us. So please go to our YouTube channel. You can look for us at Affordable Benefit Solutions or Financial Fed Friday. And like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Head over, follow us at Affordable Benefit Solutions as well. So the whole purpose, the reason Rita and I started this Financial Fun Friday series, because finances can be fun, but we wanted just to help you understand your benefits you have, your money, your spending habits, which is directly tied to your spending personality. Rita, I think we need to do that money personality thing again. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think it's really good to people to understand. Sometimes, we spend and we don't really always understand. So kind of just, it's like almost like an assessment, but it's an assessment for your spending. And sometimes it helps us to really see who we are, because, sometimes just understanding who you are and how you operate can help change the game. So I think we should do the test again so people can oh, that's who I am. So let me switch up my personality. We don't have to stay in the same personality, especially if it doesn't serve us well.
Exactly. And so in order to help you with your spending habits, we're going to do that money personality again. But overall, we want to just offer support and solutions that are going to enable you to reach your financial destination. So before we jump into today's webinar, I just want to let everyone that is on here right now, and those of you who will be watching later, that the information that you're going to be receiving today is going to be presented in a generic approach, in generic context. And the reason we do that is without having individual knowledge of each and every person on here, We cannot customize the information to fit your particular situation. But what we can do is if you reach out to your Financial Fun Friday team at 301-577-6340, anything you see on here, questions you have, we can tailor all of the information to help fit you. We have a great resource today, you all. So if you have questions, now is the time. Ladies, gentlemen, this is Women's History Month. So I want to prep you right now to get your questions ready. So please accept the information that we are going to be going over as general in context and just apply it where you feel it fits your particular situation. But contact us and we can customize it to fit your particular situation. So thank you so much for understanding. Now, this year's theme for Financial Fun Friday is fiscal, our money. We getting our money some muscles. Fiscal fitness. That's what we're talking about, how to pump up those purse strings. So our emphasis this month, because it's National Women's History Month, is focusing on how, because we're trying to get our money together, how are some of the issues in the workplace hindering us from doing that? And so to help us further dive into this topic, we have, as I announced earlier, Madam President Karen Rainey from the Federally Employed Women's Organization, who is going to be discussing the issues that face us in the workplace. Karen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
You're on mute. Okay, there you go.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Madam President because she is the subject expert on this and we want to hear what she has to say because guess what, ladies? We are women and we are roaring. Thank you, men, for joining us and supporting your women in this effort. So, Karen.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here with one of our national sponsors, Affordable Benefit Solutions. They have been supporting us for a number of years and have been a part of our mission as far as achieving our mission, as far as federally employed women are concerned. And in general, the federal workforce. Again, I'm so excited to be here to talk to you and share a little bit about FEW's initiatives. It is so important that we are aware and determined to understand why an organization, one of the leading organizations, can you go back to the first slide?
Oh, I'm sorry, Karen, I thought that was my cue. I apologize.
And I'm going to tell you next slide. Mm-hmm. So it is so important that you understand the reasons why we're here. So today, we're going to talk to you about the top 3 initiatives, as well as why we are working for the advancement of women in the federal government. Quite frankly, we work for all federal, state and local civilian and military workers in the government. Our equal is not equal unless everyone is included. So who is FEW? Who are we? Federally Employed Women is an organization that is, in my opinion, in what has been proven over our 52 years, soaring to new heights. Because of these reasons, we were founded on 4 foundational pillars: compliance, diversity, legislative, and training. All aspects of the government we take a look at, evaluate, and addressed accordingly. We were based off of an executive order signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson, which added sex as a prohibitive form of discrimination. It was Executive Order 11375. But ever since then, we've used all of our resources to improve decision-making as well as leadership within the top tiers of the organization. We have impacted our nation and our world by leadership, making sure that this organization provide the skills needed so you can have a voice and a seat at the table. So let's go to the next slide and talk about our top 3 priorities, which are a few. We have several, which is a part of our strategic plan, but the 3 I would like to talk about, or you could say 4, is pay equity versus equal pay for equal work, equity, the Equal Rights Amendment, and Violence Against Women's Act. All of these are so important because it encompasses our core values. If you notice the little diagram there, we work strategically. It encompasses all of the work that we do, encompasses our core values. It's based on our vision statement, which as national president, I had the honor to set for the last 3 years, and we have 1 more year, which is Soaring to New Heights. You'll see it over and over again. Our mission statement, and then we move into our critical success factors gained over the last 52 years of activities and programs held within all 3 of our tiers and within the organization. And what we mean by tiers is activities happening at the national level, the regional level, as well as our chapter levels. We all are in sync and move together as one organization towards the purpose and the mission of FEW. We are very much strategic in making sure that we create improvements and we achieve positive results for our community to ensure that women's voice will never be denied and never be heard, which is the theme of Women's History Month this year. So I'm so excited about us taking an active part in Women's History Month. Next slide. So now let's dive a little bit into our equal pay for equal work, and also with the equity in pay equity. So to give you a little bit of background, the Equal Pay Act of 1963 amended the Fair Labor Standards Act, which protects against wage discrimination based on sex. And we all know historic facts show that there has been wage discrimination based on sex. Thus, this act protects not only women, but they also protect the men as well, because equal is not equal unless everyone have an opportunity to have a seat at the table, to have an opportunity to create an opportunity for their families to be financially secure. Wages in particular, the forms of compensation, it includes salary, overtime pay, bonuses, life insurance, vacations, holiday pay, even gasoline allowances and hotel accommodations, reimbursement for travel and benefits. As federal employees, we know that when we travel, all of this stuff is included in our reimbursement, and it must be equal based on the standards that they set for the government. It should not be based on whether you're female or male. We all know that shortened revenues will hurt more than our pockets, but every dime counts towards supporting our families. And that's why federally employed women support pay equity and equal pay for equal work. Let's get into the Equity Pay Act. It covers the inequality in wages between men and women for performing substantially equal jobs. The laws require employers to raise the pay and equalize it based on them, based on the jobs performed. We know that in this, women tend to have lower paying wage jobs historically. Now there has been much improvement in that. I've seen statistics from OPM that we are now 49% equal towards men in pay. We make 79 cents to every dollar that a male make. on March 21st. We know that that's equal. We celebrate equal pay day because we know that we're not quite making the same pay yet. It still goes undercover because we know that it's a silent undercover discussion, and it's discouraged to have conversations about wage compensation. However, we know for far too long there is a standard that women have been paid less for doing the same work. But we know we are leaders, and federally employed women as an organization will continue to be in that discussion to ensure that when we say equal, we mean 100% equal as far as wages are concerned. The Equity in Pay Act in Colorado, this was something that was introduced, and it started January 1st of 2021. So this January, it was signed, and it prohibits all employers from discriminating based on sex, including gender identity, which we know is becoming more and more of popularity as far as seen and recognized. It also protects us from, protects them in Colorado from terms of skills, efforts, and responsibility. It looks at that and making sure that compensation for all employees are performed at the same and similar job duties, are paid the same wage. It is important, and FEW plays a big role in ensuring that we support equal pay for equal work, as well as pay equity for all men and women. This is not based on sex. We recognize that there is already inequality. We want just everything to be equal, because we know that more often than not, women carry the financial load of their families and their household, as well as their children. And because of that, every penny, every cent counts in ensuring that it could be the difference between opportunities that you may have. Next slide, please. Our next issue I would like to discuss is the Equal Rights Amendment, which prohibits the denial of equal rights based on sex. It's one of our foundational constitutional principles. This one amendment, FEW has been supporting for all of our 52 years. Since our inception, we have been fighting for the Equal Rights Amendment. We have exciting news, and we have not so good news. We are so close to the amendment being passed and being added to our Constitution. But this is why it's not a law. Last year, Virginia became the 38th state to sign on to support the Equal Rights Amendment. However, we also know that the Department of Justice came down and imposed the deadline. A part of that amendment is stated that there was a 7-year deadline to institute this, get 38 states to sign on. And of course, it was far between. It's been many years since then. So it did not pass, and the Department of Justice stated that it failed adoption because it is no longer pending before states. And this caused it not to be ratified. However, on January 21st, Representative Jackie Spear from the House of Representatives introduced a bipartisan joint resolution to remove an arbitrary timeline for ratification. So what they are doing is trying to remove the 7-year requirement in order for us to ratify this amendment, and then the ERA, hopefully, prayerfully, we will get to having an equal rights amendment for all people. It was also signed on by Bill Cardin and Lisa Murkowski in the Senate, because there also has to be a resolution in the Senate to pass. It seems as though that it will pass this year. We are working to ensure that we can continue to support the ratification of the ERA amendment. We know that in times of deep division, there is something we can agree on. There is no time limit for equality when it comes to women, and when it comes to pay, and when it comes to equal rights. Everyone has the right as being human beings to be equal. And we will continue to work to have that amendment ratified. Next slide, please. I also wanted to talk to you about some legislation that is currently going on. And good news, yesterday, the House of Representatives passed HR 1620, which is Violence Against Women's Act. I'm so excited about this. This bill would expand funding for victim services, including housing, healthcare, cash, paid leave for employment to deal with the harms of gender-biased violence, as well as unemployment compensations if needed. If it's and this will impact and support not only women, but men, anyone that violence is going against. It's going to ensure that equality, that there are services out there to support. It will support those in need, and it will combat violence against groups of minorities, ethnicity included. This is a serious problem because, as we know, if we look at the numbers based on COVID-19 and dealing with the coronavirus pandemic and all of the shutdowns required for people to be at home, that there has been an increased number of cases of violence against women in particular. This bill supports domestic violence, stalking, sex trafficking, and assault. All of these have been on the rise. And so as of yesterday, we know that it passed the House, and now that it is in the Senate. So we are excited. All of these bills that I've spoken about today can be supported, are supported by few, and can be supported by you. All you have to do is visit our website. If you visit our website, go to our legislative page and look at the Engage tool. It's called Engage, E-N-G-A-G-E. We want you to engage and let your voice be heard. It is free and it's open to all to support. These are things that we do in order to ensure that we support our mission of creating opportunities and equality for all. With that being said, I'll move to the next slide to tell you about something even more exciting that we always want to celebrate and acknowledge, is the reason why we are here and how we achieve our core values and our mission and purpose is through training. Our national training program is scheduled to be held July 26th through the 30th. It will be our 52nd national training program. And I'm always excited to say that we are an employee resource group within the federal, state, and military government that is soaring to new heights. That's why I'm so pleased that the committee has selected my vision statement as the theme for this year, Soaring to New Heights. It focuses on us reaching, allowing people and helping people reach the next level of career success, but not only that, life success. In order to soar, you have to climb. In order to climb, you need the resources behind you to climb. And that's what we're about. We are a resource to help you. And we use partners like Affordable Benefit Solutions to help you reach that next level We're not here to just say you joined put another thing on your resume, but we're here to make sure that your network is so strong and you have the skill sets that you need, that you soar. You don't walk, you don't run, but you soar. So in our training program, we offer over 24 workshops a day on a variety of topics. I am an IT specialist, so of course we have IT classes. We have EEO classes. We have HR classes, management classes, and most important is that we build strategic leaders. So we offer leadership courses as well, and 2 certificate programs that you could take and utilize whatever is best for you. And more than that, we have partners, great partners that join us to make sure that they give you all that they have so that you can soar. And affordable benefits, I'm so happy, solutions, I'm so happy that you will be with us there. So with that being said, I want to say, Darlene and Rita, thank you so much for the invitation. I hope that you will, all of our visitors, I hope you will check out Federally Employed Women, visit our website and learn so much more. That's all that I have for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. That was great. Now, you shared some really great information with us. And I have a couple of questions because you hit on some very important topics. So when you were talking about the unequal pay, equity pay versus equal pay, if an employee, this is why, you know, this group, this organization is important. And I would encourage you to go to feud.org. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in again to learn more about this organization. So if you encounter this, if you feel or know you're experiencing this type of pay inequity, what are some of the steps an employee can take if, you know, first thing, hey, join Feud, and so you can get this employee resource. Well, what are some of the things they should do to help combat this?
Okay, so there are several things that you can do to combat pay inequity. First, you need to recognize and come with, it has to be an equal job as far as the job duties that you're doing. You could prove that they are equal. You could join organizations like us. We have law firms, Tully Brinkley in particular, that you could address your thoughts. You should start documenting why you feel is unequal, right? So you record that it can't be a suspicion. You need to come with facts, because then it will go into the realm of getting more advice from outside forces. You could bring it to the attention within the federal government. You could bring it into the EEO office arena. But if you have to take it further, you need to be able to document where it is. You could also ask for an audit of your position, right? A lot of people don't know that, but you can have, if you feel like you're not being fairly treated as far as pay equity and you're doing more than your job, you can actually ask for an audit of the work you're doing. So I would be sure to make sure you recognize what other people are doing and make sure those facts are documented and you can prove what you're saying. And then I would bring it and ask for an audit. But then if you feel like that's not the best route for you, because say the person wouldn't be listening to you, you can seek other advice from EEO, the EEO arena, or you could go to a law firm. With Feud, we offer a 30-minute free session with Tully Brinkley where you can go and get legal advice from that, and you may have a case.
All right, thank you. And we know we're running a little over, but this is important. We are talking about, you know, our theme this year is fiscal fitness, and these are issues affecting our ability to become fiscally fit, what's happening on our job. So the last thing, and then Rita, I want you to come in. Now we brought up about the ERA. I have been watching this. This is really great. So what would you suggest? What are some things we can do to put pressure on our state representatives in the House and in the Senate to say, hey, make sure that that resolution to eliminate the timeline is actually eliminated? What can we do? Because this is going to take a group effort from everyone. So can you just give us just a couple of things, or, you know, that we can do?
Absolutely. First, I will always engage. I will go and talk to my representative. So the strategically, we know that your representatives represent you, right? They supposed to act on your behalf. And so on federally employed women's website, we have the engage to custom make letters directly to your representatives, both Senate and House. You could send them a note. You should call. The canned letters would be good if you have a group of people, but they read your personal letters and they should write you back. They normally have people to write you back, whether it's one of their aides or not. But let them know, get a group of people together, your friends, your family, to let their representatives know, based on where you are located, that you want them to support the ERA and you want them to pass it. The bill numbers are on our website, so you can exactly give them the bill numbers that you want them to support. In fact, you're not requesting that they're supported. You're telling them, this is what you, as my representative, I would like you to do. Support the ERA ratification to make it a part of the Constitution.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And whether you're a male, whether you're a female or a male, who wouldn't want to make sure the playing field is level? Because if you're a man and if you're married or have a daughter, a mother, a sister, niece, that's a woman that's directly being affected by inequity in the work pay system. So yes, yeah. Rita, thank you so much, Madam President. This has been absolutely amazing. Thank you. I told you, everyone, we were going to bring it. We have this resource. If you have questions, Facebook, type it in right now. If you're on here, type it in, so Rita, go ahead, because I can go on and we would never let President Rainey.
Well, what I wanted to say is that Kim Graham, thank you, on Facebook. And I think you said this too. She said, make sure that you request a desk audit. And she also said that your representatives represent you. So request their support of the ERA and to refer to few.org for additional information. So you can go to their site and they can give you more information. And so, Madam President, thank you so very much for coming to share with our platform about equal rights. One of the things that has been so important for me, I started out in the private industry as an auditor, and I definitely saw a lot of disparities between me and men. But when I went out on my own, is one thing to have a level playing field when it comes to your pay. So in our business, everything is the same. But what Darlene and I have seen a lot is that we may have not gotten the same contracts as other people, or we may not have gotten into doors simply because we were women. And for us, it was double. We were women and we were minorities, so we wasn't always treated the same. Not that our skill sets or anything was different. Thank you for sharing that. But one of the things that you talked a lot about things that we need other people to work on. And so, Darlene, if you can go to the other slide, we have to get laws, we have to call our congressmen, but there's a part of us that we need to heal. So every month, ladies, I do a show called I Am My Sister's Keeper. And as a life coach, I'm a financial planner, but I'm also a life coach. My core mission of this whole platform is helping to heal our mind, our bodies, and our soul. And so we think about it, there are things that we can't change, but there's some things in us that we need to begin to change, and we got to heal. And so when you think of balance, a lot of balance comes from people who are broken. And so who we are shows up everywhere we go. So if you're abandoned, if you've been abused, you've been molested, you've been raped, you didn't have a father, you didn't have a mother, that brokenness will travel with us. So in the workplace, a lot of times when I did all of the studies, they talked about at the end of anger and rage, it is violence, it is murder. And so these are people who are boiling on the inside and they come to a place of snapping. And so one of the things that we can all do is begin to heal our own selves. And when you heal, you can teach your children, your sons, you can teach them things that they may not know. The world won't teach them that. So it comes from us. And so please join me every fourth Thursday of the month. It's from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have different speakers on, but we're all talking about healing because the inside will reflect us on the outside. And so whether it's your mind that needs healing, whether it's your body, whether it's your soul, all of that creates this balanced person. And when we're in balance, we can then begin to think right. We don't have these insecurities at the workplace, whether it's men or women. You hear so much about the supervisors, and it's not always men, sometimes it's women. And so I believe because we don't know who we are, we don't love ourselves. I can't love Darlene properly if I don't love me. And so this whole platform is bringing women together to bring us to a state of balance, a state of healing, whether it is your mind, your body, your soul. And for some of us, it could be all three, but that is the whole purpose, because these are the things that we can change. And if we begin to change who we are, I believe the world changes, because what's happening on the outside is a different thing. That's what's on the inside is reflecting. And there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of brokenness, there's a lot of pride, there's a lot of, what you call it? Oh my God, I just drew a blank, but it's us being who you see on the outside is really not who we are. So we need to begin to heal. So please join me every fourth Thursday. You can register at ritabroland.us, but it's us coming together, ritabroland.us. So join us. All you got to do is register one time every month. You're going to get a reminder. And if you have a topic you want to, we talk about depression, we talk about balance, we talk about domestic violence, we talk about abuse, we talk about eating right, we talk about mind, soul healing, we talk about breathing, we do exercise. And what we do is that we do this 3 months in a row. And on the fourth month, we normally have a live event. So we may go bowling. We like to have fun there too. We've had it. I cook for them, plant-based food. So we do a lot of stuff. COVID kind of changed the game last year. We didn't meet personally, but we still meet every month. So please join us, women, because we can become more equal when we're equal with ourselves. So join us.
Absolutely. That is a great platform as well. So thank you all for hanging in here with us. This has been Power Packed. And what we always say is that planning is just bringing the future into the present so that we can do something about it now. That's what Mr. Alan Lakin said. And that's what we tried to do here on Financial Fun Friday, because finances become fun when you are in control of them. So contact us today so that we can help you map out a strategy to put all of the pieces together. If you have questions about anything that we've gone over on here, please contact us. Go to the FEW website, few.org. I put that in the chat. Read if you could put that on the Facebook post as well. They're a great resource. And I'm not just saying that because we are involved with them, but they actually are a great organization. And men, please don't think because it's called Federally Employed Women that the men are not welcome, because they are. This is an organization for everyone. Yes, they do address the issues facing women, but the training is phenomenal. You want to go and register for that as well, because the leadership skills, the financial information that we go over, and all of the other courses they offer there for anyone who's working. So please make sure you go and check out the FEW website. Of course, your Financial Fun Friday team, we are a part of Affordable Benefit Solutions, and we are a full service financial solutions firm where we handle all aspects of your finances, whether you've just come into the government or you are 15 minutes from walking out the door. You may already be out the door. We still have something we can bring to the table for you. We offer services in retirement planning, estate planning, your insurance services. This pandemic has really put a spotlight on making sure we are financially prepared, because we had loved ones, friends that we talked to on Friday, and then Monday they were gone, and the families were left in some cases a not so good position and forced to go to crowdsourcing like Facebook and GoFundMe to take care of their loved ones. And then, of course, eliminating credit and debt. That's going to be important to reaching your financial destination. So we can help you with all of those areas and aspects of your finances. We are your Financial Fun Friday team. Reach out to us, schedule an appointment so that we can create any of the information on here that you like, you know what, Darlene, I do want to know about how do I get my credit and debt together? Or I've been thinking about this long-term care. Let me go in and talk to you. Go ahead and reach out to us at 301-577-6340, and we can craft something specifically for you. Thank you again, Madam President. This has been wonderful. We appreciate you joining us here today. If you have questions, we want to take just one quick brief moment to allow you to ask Madam President some questions or ask us some questions. Rita, do we have any questions?
We do not have any questions on Facebook, so if you have a question, put it there, because we know we've gone over, but we want to give you guys a chance. So please, if Madam President can stay an extra minute, we didn't ask. The real thing, the real thing, as you can see, it is really the real thing.
But
I don't see any questions. No questions on Facebook. I think she wants to play that song, y'all, because that's my song. He's in a position, he made that song. So I think she just really want to support him. So to all of the men, I think it's so important that you're on here, that you support women. I cannot remember, but my husband was watching a story about this women rights. And this woman was very instrument in doing things, fighting for women, and her son was one of the men who was going to fight against it. And she wrote her son a letter, and when they were in the courtroom or whatever, he was supposed to vote against the law for women. He read his mother's letter, and he knew how much she was really for women. He knew who she was and her purpose, and he voted against it. His name is in history. I can't remember. So men, don't think just you're important. So listen to your wives, listen to your daughters, listen to your female co-workers, because they can give you a perspective that you may not be able to see because of the position you in. But so if you hear them, you can then help make their lives a lot better. So thank you for coming on, for not hanging up, whether you Facebook or on Zoom, because we need you for this to get past. We're going to need your support as well.
Absolutely. Yes. I've been having a time this morning with this technology, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let it play, because this has been the real thing. And
hello, Dwayne, Renee, and to all the people that joined us after we said good morning, we thank all of you. We got Fredericksburg, Virginia in the house. We got Florida in the house. So we thank you, Dwayne, for all our men that show up all the time, for all the women, Jackie, Denise, Davita. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And I know you came because you wanted to support your president, but we look forward to seeing you all again on the first Friday of April at 10 a.m.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
She finally got it, y'all. She finally got it. The real thing.
Guys, thank you for giving us the real thing today, Madam President. Again, we appreciate you joining us, and please join us on the first Friday, April 4th. where it's almost tick-tock, it's tax time, and we're going to be bringing you all you need to know in reference to the stimulus. Well, maybe not all you need to know, but we're going to be discussing the stimulus and your taxes.
Hold on, I have a question. Somebody
be on time.
Somebody asked me a question. They said it was in the chat box. We missed it. Someone said if they're retired, can they still be a part of FEW?
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely.
We welcome all. Once a Fed, always a Fed. And once a member of FEW, always a member of FEW.
Okay. Okay, so she's excited. She's going to join to be a part. She's a retired postal worker, and she was very active in the union. So we thank you. So good. Join, Renee.
Right. Thank you all. And again, come back April 4th, taxes and stimulus. Send your questions. Oh, Rita, we didn't
get them in.
And so we are going, if you have questions in reference to this, please send us an email at FFF@yourabsolutionsinc.com. We're going to have subject matter experts on addressing your questions because it is tax time. And if you got stimulus money, you need to know how that's going to affect you. So again, we look forward to seeing you on the next broadcast. And when you come, bring one.
Happy Friday. Have a great weekend.
All right. Have a great weekend, everybody.